Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Floridahockeynow.com Panthers postgame. I'm your host, George Richards. Florida Panthers officially clinch a spot in the Stanley Cup playoffs today. Sunday, they beat the Buffalo Sabres 5-3, and the Panthers become the first team in the National Hockey League to punch their ticket to the big dance. With the win. The Panthers go 2-0 on this road trip. Obviously, yesterday they find themselves down 4 goals in the third period in Newark and storm back to beat the Devils 7-6. Today, the Panthers did not find themselves in a big hole. They were down 1-0 in the first period, but dominating second period by Florida. They score 3 goals. Buffalo makes it a game in the third, but Florida is able to score on a 5-on-3 power play in the final minutes to ice this one. Again, Florida 5, Buffalo 3. The Panthers right now, first place in the Atlantic Division. I believe the lead is 9 points on both Tampa Bay and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Florida also has a 4-point lead on the Carolina Hurricanes atop the Eastern Conference. Both teams are even in games played, so there's no game in hands for anybody. Florida had its game in hand today and made it a 4-point lead on the Hurricanes. The Panthers have 14 games left. I just asked Sasha Barkov, Jonathan Huberdeau, and Coach Burnett about, having that carrot, having something to play for. The Panthers don't want to ease into these playoffs. They want to win the Atlantic. They want to win as much as they can. They want home ice during the playoffs. So they've got something to play for. Nobody wants to kind of just, play sloppy and everything going into the playoffs. You want to be at your best when the playoffs start. So Florida's got 14 regular season games remaining and looking pretty good. Again, the first team to clinch a spot in the playoffs. I believe Colorado could do so tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Again, Florida aiming for that top seed in the East. Maybe they can catch the Avalanche for the President's Trophy. Who knows? But first in the East would be a nice feather in the cap for what has been a very, very good year for the Florida Panthers. Looking at today's game, Florida finds itself down 1-0 in a very even first period. Florida came out and played pretty well. I mean, Buffalo did a nice job of bottling up Florida. They took away a lot of passing lanes. They were good on the forecheck. Buffalo did a lot of good things in that first period, but the second, Florida completely took over that. I believe they outshot the Sabres 22-8. 17-3 in scoring chances in the second period. Florida scores 3 goals. Jonathan Huberdeau ties the score at 6:18 of the second period. Noteworthy, of course, he came into this game. He had 2 assists yesterday on Sasha Barkov's goals yesterday in New Jersey. That tied him with Barkov for 96 points for the single season scoring lead in franchise history. That goal today gives the record to Jonathan Huberdeau, 97 points this season. Just an absolutely astronomical season for Jonathan Huberdeau, who I believe is still on pace for something like a 115-point season. That should keep him in Hart Trophy consideration. He'll get votes. I believe Huberdeau will probably end up at one of the finalists at the NHL awards. So we'll keep an eye on that. But a great accomplishment for Jonathan Huberdeau. He and Barkov have been through so much with this franchise. And in 2019, Barkov looked to be running away with the scoring race team-wise, and Huberdeau made it a fun there at the end. In 2019, Sasha Barkov ends up with 96 points, and Jonathan Huberdeau ends up with 92. So Huberdeau now with 2 of the highest scoring single seasons in franchise history. The record book now reads Huberdeau, Barkov, Pavel Bure, and Huberdeau. So not too shabby for those guys. So the Florida Panthers tie the score. It stays 1-1 for much of the second period. Anton Lundell playing his second game after returning from injury. Remember, the last time Florida was in Buffalo, he got injured and missed almost a month of play. He gets his 15th goal of the season, makes it a 2-1 game. A minute later, Anthony Duclair, first of 2, makes it 3-1 with 2:59 remaining in the third. Florida goes into the third period up 3-1. Duclair 57 seconds in, gets his second. Florida's up 4-1. Ball game, right? I mean, Panthers, nothing's going to happen. Well, Sabres get a couple power play goals. They score twice within a 2-minute span midway through the third period. Make it a game. It's a 4-3 game. They kept coming. They did a real nice job, these Buffalo Sabres did, of giving the Panthers all they could handle. They end up out shooting the Panthers 11-9 in the third period. But they take a couple late penalties. Florida takes advantage. Mackenzie Weegar all but ends the game with 1:35 remaining. Florida had a 5-on-3 for 59 seconds, and Weegar gets his 7th of the year. So the Florida Panthers heading home. They've got the Toronto Maple Leafs here in Sunrise on Tuesday. They got a couple home games coming up. So, they're going to take tomorrow off, and we'll see you Tuesday for the Florida Hockey Now morning skate from FLA Live Arena. Till then, thank you all for subscribing. We're really growing. We appreciate that. Continue to tell your friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Free, don't cost you nothing. Just come on and subscribe. We're planning on having a whole bunch of live stuff and some stuff where people can interact, and we're going to have a good time with it. Visit Floridahockeynow.com. We had a really good story this morning about the origins of Florida's comeback and all the comebacks that Florida's been through this year. They've tied an NHL record for comebacks by 3 goals or more in a single season. Yesterday was their 4th such comeback. So pretty good stretch for the Panthers coming home, and they got a big one against Toronto. The Maple Leafs beat Florida last week up in Toronto. So the Panthers would like to continue to add some separation between themselves and the Maple Leafs. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm George Richards. We will see you on Tuesday. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.